야, 하나 먹고 좀 훔치면 되잖아. 너 빨리 먹는 이유는
Thank you. We will get started, and I think people can join in gradually, keeping in view the time span we have for the session. Once again, good afternoon to all of you. I hope you are all doing fine and keeping safe during these testing times. We are very happy to organize this event in partnership with Andhra Pradesh Electronics and Information Technology Agency. We know for a fact that Andhra Pradesh is called a sunrise state. They have a very young and dynamic chief minister now, and they are slowly inching towards becoming one of the largest industrial states, leveraging the advantage of the long coastal line they have in their state. Of course, I am also very happy that it is my home state, so it is very happy to uh, sort of have or co-host an event with the government agency from Andhra Pradesh. A quick introduction about NSCFI. We are an industry association comprising of around 142 members who represent the solar industry ecosystem. We have so many members representing developers, installers, EPCs, manufacturers, system integrators, and of course, rooftop and distributed solar players. We have initiated a program called Solar Manufacturing Facilitation Program, where we are trying to promote investments connect investors with the manufacturers, connect organizations like APATA with the interested manufacturers for setting up manufacturing in the respective states. We know solar manufacturing has not always been at the limelight when we talk about manufacturing, but recently government has emphasized its uh, trust in solar sector and has sanctioned 4,500 crores under PLI. Just 2 weeks back, 3 weeks back, we held another session with EY where we understood different incentives that are available for solar manufacturing in the country. And today we are having, I'm very happy to have APATA here who will talk about the investment opportunities in Andhra Pradesh and how to go forward. Before I hand it over to them, I would like to tell officials from APATA that we have manufacturers of not only solar modules or cells, but also inverters also present in the call and they are registered for it. So you can keep that in mind when you're talking about it. And I would request other participants who are in the call today to kindly mute yourself and switch off your videos. After the presentation from APATA, we will be opening the floor for questions. During that time, you can switch on your camera and mic and pose your questions. Without much delay, I would like to request Sri Bhaskar Reddy Garu, the CEO of APATA, to kindly deliver his remarks and presentation.
Hello. So can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. And I'm presently not the CEO. I used to be CEO 2 years back. Now I don't hold that position. And I'm in a consulting role with the government of Andhra Pradesh. I'm back with the government, but in a different role. So I thought I'll let just set that things straight. And thank you very much. Let me thank Subramanian first and the association for giving us an opportunity to talk to all the members. I was told, just now I heard that we have around 142 members consisting of manufacturers, EPC guys, inverter manufacturers, and everybody. That's good numbers in terms of association. And Satish, my colleague, was telling me that there are good registrations also. But looks like there are only 14 participants online now, maybe because of a lot of other reasons. 3 o'clock is a time when people sleep, I think. So, COVID, we are all sitting at home and don't know what to do. So, thank you, Subramanian, and appreciate this gesture. As it's happy to know that you're also from Andhra Pradesh. The motherland instinct has worked, with you, and thanks for arranging this. As you rightly said, Andhra Pradesh is poised for a great growth in terms of manufacturing. As all of you know, Andhra Pradesh has developed Srisailam Srikalahasti Airped Node. That's what we call it as electronic hub. That is from Sri City. Most of you would have heard about Sri City because it's one of the best industrial estates developed in India, around 8,000 acres. Then of late, government has also developed Tirupati as a hub for electronics. Basically, this is because of the proximity to two biggest electronic clusters, one in Chennai and another is Bangalore. So that we call it as a Srikalahasti and Airped Node. It has seen tremendous growth in the last 2 to 3 years with investments like TCL, which is putting almost $500 million investment there. And I'm happy to share the information that TCL is going to be the first panel manufacturer, LCD panel manufacturer in the country. So far we don't have panels, so TCL is going to be there, and we are proud that is in Tirupati. That is one biggest investment we got. And Andhra Pradesh has also got Wingtech, which is considered as world #1 ODM. Right, as you know, when it comes to OEMs, Foxconn is world #1 with more than $152 billion revenue, Incidentally, they are also in Andhra Pradesh. So if you look at the top OEM guys in electronics, top ODM guys like Wingtech, and camera module companies like a lot of companies are there. Even in fact, Foxlink is also there in Tirupati. So having said that, what the government has of late done is there is a saturation point. I mean, Tirupati is already completely taken. Like the industry is there almost. Whatever land we have developed, it's already almost gone. So we need to develop few more EMCs, and that's what the government is doing now. We are developing few more EMCs. One is coming out. I'll just take you through the presentation. Then you will understand what we are trying to do. Satish, can have the presentation?
Yes, sir.
I will make Satish the presenter. I was making you the presenter.
Yeah.
I think I'm not able to present, Subramaniam. I mean, can you help us?
I've just made him the presenter.
Oh, then this fine.
Yeah, you can see this, sir?
Yeah, I can see that. I think all the participants can see that, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, again, welcome to Andhra Pradesh. We call ourselves as premier electronics manufacturing destination. We're not exaggerating on that. Andhra Pradesh is a premier electronics manufacturer destination. In the last couple of years, we have achieved that that distinction of being the go-to state for any electronic manufacturing companies, which are coming from especially east. We have not very much concentrated on the west now. Maybe down the line, 2 years down the line, we'll be moving to that. Yeah, we'll be moving to west also. But the focus was always on the east. Why? Because of the fact that the focus was on mobile electronics and automotive electronics. So basically what happened, we wanted to create the ecosystem for one category of electronic manufacturing first. That was mobiles. And we were successfully able to do that. If you would have come to Tirupati or Sri City, you would see yourself what type of ecosystem we have developed for mobile manufacturing, from mobile assembly to to every component, every passive component, active component, camera modules, PCBAs, everything we have put in Tirupati and surrounding places. So that's why we call it as a premier electronic manufacturing destination. Satish, next slide, please. A snapshot. These are the facts which I thought we would tell you. 8th largest state in India. Total GDP is around 4.65% of India's total GDP. It comes from Andhra Pradesh. 133 billion USD is the GSDP. That was in 2018-19, and the growth rate was one of the top growth rates in India, which is higher than the national average, 12.73%. And the industrial output, even though it looks very, very low compared to other industrialized states, you should know that Andhra Pradesh is, divided. We got on our new state only in 2014. So, I mean, there was hardly any industry when we took over, because most of the industries was given to Telangana. So 31.12 billion USD is low, but still, we are improving on that. And look at CAGR of industrial output over the past 3 years, 10.01%. So we are moving very fast, and the government is intending to improve on that CAGR on industrial output. Maybe we are looking at 18 to 20% in the coming years. And consistently, we have been ranked number 1 in ease of doing business in India. And employability also, India Skill Report 2019, we were ranked number 1. And Andhra Pradesh has got 4 ports, and Subramaniam was rightly talking about the longest the sea corridor. Andhra Pradesh is blessed with that on the eastern coast. We have international airports and 4 ports, major ports we are talking about, and strong leadership. As he mentioned rightly, we have a young chief minister with an extensive mandate to do a lot of things for Andhra Pradesh, and our honorable CM Gauri is delivering that whatever he has promised. So what we say is a strong leadership will lead to a strong vision. A strong vision will lead definitely to strong policies, and a strong policy will give a strong ecosystem. When there is a strong ecosystem, the balance sheets of all your companies will be very strong. So this is the idea of our Chief Minister Garu to provide that strong vision and convert that vision into reality. Land is not a problem in Andhra Pradesh. We have got 40,000 plus acres of land bank available for industrial development, and power. Andhra Pradesh has been a surplus power surplus state. I think it's just one of the biggest solar power generation, around 8,000 gigawatts is being established in Andhra Pradesh, in Anantapur and Kurnool districts, which have got. I was told that this region has got the very good yield of solar power. I think you are the best people to know that. But I was told that the yield is very, very good in this region, especially between Kurnool and Anantapur districts of Andhra Pradesh. Satish, next slide, please. Yeah, and when it comes to, I'm straight away jumping into electronic manufacturing clusters. As the government of India has come out with electronic manufacturing clusters during National Policy on Electronics, which came out in 2012, under which government has started giving permission for electronic manufacturing clusters. During NPE1, Andhra Pradesh was the only state which has got 3 EMCs sanctioned. That was a record. One is in Sri City, and 2 are in Tirupati. One is around 101 acres and another is around 500 acres. EMC 1 we call it as in Tirupati. EMC 2 is also in Tirupati. Sri City is 70 kilometers from Tirupati. If you look at the companies, what we have got, like EMC 1, that was the first EMC which was sanctioned in Andhra Pradesh. We have companies like Carbon, Celcon, Sunny Apotec. Sunny Apotec is one of the leading camera module manufacturer from China, who supplies a lot of camera modules to all the big players, mobile players in India and abroad. Neolink is another company which is from Israel. It's a very tech savvy company, and they're also manufacturing a lot of OTT products there. Of course, Foxlink, another major from Taiwan. Then EMC2 we have Dixon. I mean, it's my I'm proud to say that Dixon in 2015 started with 2 lakh square feet of a built-up area which they took out on lease and started producing televisions and assembling televisions. Today they have more than 1 million square feet and almost 25-30 acres of land. So this is the single largest player in EMC2, and they started with televisions. They have moved into washing machines and most of other white goods. We have PSA Valsin, who are Taiwan's market leader in passive components. Wingtech, of course, is world's #1 ODM from China. Sri City has got OFilm, Larry Solar, Foxconn. I mean, the biggest player. Even Flex also. Flex also is making a lot of mobiles in Sri City. So these are the few of the companies which have already established and getting the benefit of Andhra Pradesh ecosystem in terms of policy, in terms of manpower availability, in terms of the skilled manpower, what the government has developed over a period of time. Satish, next slide, please. Yeah, as I mentioned to you earlier, we have 4 EMCs. 3 EMCs are in Srikalahasti Erpedu node. If you look at on the right side of our screen, you can see Srikalahasti Erpedu node, which is a part of Vizag Visakhapatnam Chennai Industrial Corridor. And this year, when National Policy on Electronics 2.0 was released by MeitY, Government of India, and Andhra Pradesh was the first state to apply for an EMC, and we are the first state to get the approval from MeitY. This is a place called Koparthi. If you can see at the slide here, Koparthi is in between 3 major industrial corridors. On the right side is VCIC, that is Visakhapatnam Chennai Industrial Corridor. Down is Chennai Bengaluru Industrial Corridor, we call it as CBIC, and then Bengaluru Hyderabad Industrial Corridor, which is not designated as industrial corridor, but there is a lot of development on this industrial corridor. And government of Andhra Pradesh is also developing Chennai Hyderabad Industrial Corridor, which passes through all the nodes. If you look at the red one, which is passing through Erpedu, Koparthi, Kurnool, and Hyderabad. So strategically, Koparthi, the new EMC, is exactly located in between all these 3 major industrial corridors. Of course, all the benefits of being in the middle of industrial corridors will be occurring to Koparthi industrial corridor. That's the reason why the government has proposed a electronic manufacturing cluster in Koparthi and got a permission also. This is a 500-acre electronic manufacturing cluster, which is a part of 8,000 acres industrial park. So there is huge land bank available, and Kadapa being the hometown of our Honorable Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu, which has got its own advantages, in terms of getting permissions and other things. Yeah, next slide, please. I mean, to talk a little bit about YSR EMC, we call it as YSR EMC, that is in Koparthi. The potential employment we are looking at is 35,000 plus. Capital inflow expectation is around 1 billion, and it's a 500-acre dedicated land for EMC. It is strategically located. In fact, Kadapa has got its own airport, which is domestic now. Maybe soon it may be made into international also, but at present it's only a domestic airport we have got. Krishnapatnam port is around 200 kilometers. Chennai port is again 260. National highway is next doors. Cities, and of course Tirupati 148 kilometers, which has got a international airport. Bangalore is 244. Chennai is 260. If you look at this, and we are not mentioned about Hyderabad. Hyderabad is around 360, 390 kilometers. So what happened? If anybody is coming to Koparthi, it is easy to reach out to the major industrial hubs, especially for electronics and solar, like Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad. So the connectivity is extremely good for Koparthi. And yeah, there is a logistic park which is coming up there in 400 acres. And there is a cargo terminal and conveyor system also proposed in Kadapa Airport. Not only this, the government might be, the thinking is there to start a EV manufacturing cluster in Koparthi. So that is, we're not sure, but there is a proposal. It could come to Koparthi again. Next slide, please. Yeah, the policy is important, and the government has come out with the policy. In fact, this seminar was supposed to be on 6th of this month. We requested Mr. Subramaniam to postpone it. Why? Because the policy was getting the approval by the cabinet on that day or next day. So we didn't want to talk about the policy before it got the approval from cabinet. Now, since we got the approval, we can talk about that. So as usual, any state government is giving incentives for any industry coming in their state, and Andhra Pradesh is not an exception. We are giving a capital subsidy that will be capped at 20 crores, which is 20% of your fixed. There is a power subsidy, reimbursement of 1 rupee per unit. But most important thing, if you can look at, is the power is available at 4.50 rupees per unit in YSR EMC forever. There is no, that's fixed. 4.5 rupees is the fixed power cost in YSR EMC in Koparthi. Of course, tax subsidy 100%, net SGST. We are not talking about SGST, or we are not talking about gross SGST. It is net SGST reimbursement for 8 years. Another attraction is the interest subsidy, 5% on term loans. But there is a cap, 1.5 crores, and there is a cap on number of years also. One addition is the logistics subsidy, because Kadapa being, in the center of, the state, the government is ready to extend logistics subsidy for, in the initial stages of first to 5 years. And, we are coming out with plug and play factory sheds in 120 days, which we have done it also. Someone might be, not very optimistic about 120 days. Can we do that? We did it. We have already constructed 4 sheds, which are ready to be leased out. In fact, Dixon company is already taken on all the 4 on lease. So we can build the plug and play factory sheds. In fact, we are planning to build around 20-25 sheds, each 50,000 square feet. That's a standard sheds what we are planning to build. But there is any specific requirement from any player, any manufacturer, we can also construct and give it. Land allotment can be done in 30 days. We are very proactive on that. Land application is online with the APIIC, and there's no hassle. You can get the allotment in 30 days. Fast track approvals through single desk portal. It's there. Infrastructure ILA is not yet constituted, but the government, the minute the number of companies comes there, ILA will be constituted. So it's a self-governing, as you all know that. And the main attraction here is any company who wants to invest in in Andhra Pradesh will have a dedicated handholding team. See, as a team, APITA, we not only promote Andhra Pradesh, we do aftercare services also. That means we will not leave you the day you become operational. We will be there even beyond that. That's aftercare service we call about. If there is any problem, say for example, even today also, companies like Foxconn calls us if they need anything. Foxconn has been operational since last 6-7 years, but still for any problem they call us, and we are almost readily available for them to solve any problem. In fact, in Tirupati and Sri City, we have a dedicated team who will solve all the problems. That is the commitment given by the government of Andhra Pradesh to you. Investment below 100 crores or below 1,000 employment are eligible for this incentives. Now you might ask me, what happens if our investment is more than 100 crores and employment is more than 1,000? Satish, next slide, please. Yeah. So apart from the government of India PLI scheme, the Andhra Pradesh government has also come out with our own PLI scheme, production linked incentive, which is 10 years. Your 100% of FCI will be returned to you through PLI scheme, right? Any company who is investing more than 100 crores or providing employment above 1,000 are eligible for PLI scheme. This is over and above the PLI scheme what Government of India is giving, right? And on the right side in the slide, it is given year-wise rate of incentive. If you look at, the base year is not 2020-21, it is 21-22, because we want to make sure that the companies will become operational before they claim for 5%. Otherwise, what happened there was a thinking of keeping the base year as 2020-21, but then we thought you will lose the first 5% of PLI. So it's 5544332211. For next 10 years, you can get your 100% of FCI given back to you in terms of through PLI scheme. The base year is that's no mistake. The base year is 2021-22. Incentive disbursement would start once you become operational. and you should have completed 2 financial years. In addition to the PLI incentive, investors can also choose incentives under the operational expenses as per Zone A and Zone B. Here, Zone A is Tirupati Airpedu, Zone B is Koppatti. So this is the PLI scheme if your investment is more than 100 crores or employment is more than 1,000. Now, what if your investment is more than 500 crores and employment is more than 4,000 people? That is where we consider it as a mega investment, a mega project, and the incentive can be tailor-made. That is, we sit across the table and discuss on the incentives. We take what is our ask and see whether it is possible to give those ask or not, and we negotiate the incentives. And you have also the power to negotiate with the government as far as the incentive is concerned if you fall under mega projects, which is more than 500 crore investment or more than 4,000 employment. Next slide, please. Yeah. So that's it. The new growth story is happening in Andhra Pradesh, and we invite you to be part of it. Thank you very much. We'll take any questions, please.
Thank you very much, Bhaskar Reddy Garu, for your presentation. If anyone had any doubts on the way things are executed on the ground in Andhra, you have cleared everything with your presentation. Some of the incentives that you have presented, I can clearly tell you on the record that we do these sessions with many states. We have done this session not more than 1 month back, and the kind of incentives that you have mentioned, at least from solar perspective, I must say they are God given or heaven given. People should immediately grab it, because the way solar manufacturing is positioned, the investments will obviously be more than 2,000 crores or 1,000 crores. And the PLI, encompassing your PLI, will actually be a very help the manufacturers in a better way. Now we would like to throw the floor open for questions. I would request attendees to first kindly introduce yourself when you're posing a question, and please ask a question. Don't state any fact, or don't please pass any comment. You can ask question that is relevant in today's context related to manufacturing in Andhra Pradesh. The floor is open. You can also alternatively raise your hand so that myself or someone from my team will call out your name and you can ask your question. There is a raise your hand option already in your chat box.
Hello, Bask. Hello?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, Bask, it is Salem. Yeah, thank you for your presentation.
Yeah.
Before I reviewed the meeting material. But I have some question and I have some problem. Maybe you got my question from Monica, right?
Yeah. By the way, the entire NSA's team, Alan Kim is our team member from South Korea. Alan, we can address this question separately. Let's open this forum for the association members. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kim. Thank you. I invited Kim also to be there. In fact, on the team in South Korea and Taiwan. Alan, we will take this question separately, Alan.
Sorry, can you say again? I cannot catch the.
We will take this. We will talk separately on this question, your question, because this for let ask the questions, please.
Sorry, signal is very poor.
Yeah. Kim, we will talk later. You are my team member. We'll talk later. Let this be open for other members. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Kim. Yeah.
One question we have is from one of our members. Is how can Andhra government or APEITA can help in the electricity subsidy, power price subsidy, and water and land availability for this industry setting up?
No, see, as usual, there is a power subsidy. If you're going to Tirupati or other places, it's only 1 rupee power subsidy. But if it is Kopati, the power is given at 4 rupee for 50 paise flat, which will not be increased. So the government commitment is they will not increase the price of power in Koparthi, YSR EMC forever. It's going to be 4 rupee 50 paise.
And land, is there any subsidy given for land?
There is a huge subsidy. In fact, I cannot tell the price of the land, and afford.
Yes.
Real estate player. We don't want to make money by selling the land, right? What we want, the government wants, is basically employment to the youngsters in the state. So the price of land is not going to be a barrier. Trust me, is not going to be a barrier for industry to come into Andhra Pradesh.
Okay. Next question. Do we have anyone else with another question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes. First of all, Bhaskar Reddy sir, that's a wonderful presentation. Myself, Vamsi, I work for a Big Four consulting firm as a consultant. So my question to you is the incentives which you have announced, right? So these are over and above the incentives provided by the government of India, as per my understanding. And
Correct.
is there any upper cap on the incentives? I mean, how much incentive is earmarked, and
Yeah.
and within how many years will this be dispersed to the companies?
If
And
the
regarding,
investment is,
yes, sir, please go ahead.
Yeah, Vamshi, let me answer that. If the investment is less than 100 crores or the employment is 1,000, you are eligible for normal incentives. And there is a cap on capex subsidy. Capex subsidy, we are promising 20%, but there is a cap of 20 crores. That's the maximum you'll get, not more than that. But if your investment is more than 100 crores or employment is more than 1,000, you fall under PLI scheme, which is available only for the new EMC in Koparthi, wherein you can claim up to 100% of your fixed cost investment over a period of 10 years. Is it clear, Vamshi?
And one more question, sir. I mean, how much incentive was earmarked for this by the state government? In the sense, how is it dispersed? Is it on first come, first serve basis, or is there any selection criteria for the companies?
It's not
as in
selection
technical?
criteria. The minute once you are eligible, so for example, PLI scheme, you should have completed 2 financial years. Once you complete 2 financial years after you become operational, you apply and you get the incentive.
Okay.
It's not first come, first serve basis. I mean, its applications keep on coming, and the government will be dispersing the money.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Aditya.
Next question. But before someone asks, one question from my side, Bhaskar Reddy garu, is on the continuing on Vamsi's question on how much maximum capacity you allotted. Is there any upper limit, or you are now going ahead with giving incentives to as many companies as possible? For example, like our MNRE scheme for modules and cell PLI is only 4,500 crores. So after you exhaust them, then the scheme expires. So do you have any that kind of expiration limit?
No. The policy is till 2024. So how many companies comes there, it will be applicable to that.
Okay. I think that clarifies a lot of. I've seen someone asking question. Mr. Rajiv Srivastava, you want to ask any question?
Later.
Okay.
Hope my presentation was too short. It wasn't too short for you guys.
No,
Did I finish it fast?
no, it was perfectly fine. 30 minutes for the presentation was fine. Anyone else has any questions for the team from APITA? I think we don't have any further questions. I can also see some of our manufacturing members, some of our colleagues from the ministry also have joined this call. And I
Nice.
hope they also they got an overview of what Andhra Pradesh as a state has to offer. But one point I would like to especially mention here is that AP today is the fourth largest state when it comes to installed solar capacity, third largest state when it comes to installed renewable energy capacity, and the second largest state when it comes to installed wind capacity. So these are not just figures, these are testament of the potential of renewable energy there, and of course the vibrant ecosystem that exists in the state. And of course we cannot talk about solar or wind in our country without talking about Andhra Pradesh. So it was very insightful and interesting to hear from Mr. Bhaskar Reddy Garu and his team about the vision of Andhra's government and how they would like to implement that vision which manifested in form of the policy that we heard about. And at NSCFI, we will be very happy to connect interested manufacturers with APITA. We would request Bhaskar Reddy Garu and his team to also kindly share relevant material which can be uploaded on our solar manufacturing presentation program. In fact, we have a portal which talks about all the incentives that are there in every state for manufacturing, particularly for electronics and specifically for solar. And we will be very happy to host the details of Andhra Pradesh incentives also on that. But before we conclude, I would request Bhaskar Reddy Garu to address and deliver his concluding remarks so that we can call it a day. Bhaskar Reddy Garu, over to you.
Thank you, Subramanian. One thing I wanted to tell you, as you said, you gave a lot of figures. One of the largest, solar, power producing state, and we want to make Andhra Pradesh as one of the biggest solar panel manufacturing state now. So that's why we request and we need all your support, the entire association, every honorable member of this group, those who have participated today and those who have not participated due to some reasons. And let's make Andhra Pradesh as one of the, the biggest solar cell manufacturing now, or panel manufacturing now. Not only producing, we have been producing a lot because of the yield, what the state gives you. So that is our intention, and that is our prayer to you. So please come visit us once the situation becomes conducive for travel. We would, my team and me would be happy to receive you, show you around Andhra Pradesh, show you the development whenever you want to come, and talk about how we can help you in establishing your factory in Andhra Pradesh.
Thank you very much, Bhaskar Reddy Garu. You can count NSCFI support always. We have been working very closely with NREDCap on many issues related to tenders and power procurement for solar. We were one of the first people or associations to congratulate and acknowledge Chief Minister Jagan Reddy Garu's master plan for solarizing agriculture sectors in the state. And we continue to support you, APITA, and of course, Andhra government and the state of Andhra Pradesh in ensuring that you will become a manufacturing hub for solar modules and cells and inverters also.
Inverters. I'm sorry, no, I didn't mention that. Yeah, inverters.
We do have inverter manufacturers also in the call today.
Yeah. I'm sorry for that. Yeah.
No. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you to your team also for the cooperation and extended to over the last few weeks. And I hope and wish for the safety of all our attendees today in the call. We will share if the APITA team can send us the presentation. We will share that with our members who have registered, who have attended, and our members also. And
Sure.
then we will, if they are interested, they can get directly connected with you.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Stay safe.
Stay safe,
Thank you.
please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.